I am just an icon living. I am just an icon living. Icon living.
I've had horrible date after horrible date. Horrible date after horrible date. When I tell you a horrible date after horrible date, did I say horrible date after horrible date? Anyhow, the dating pool is contaminated. Somebody peed in it. It's a mess. We've been having crazy layoffs at work. I've been having struggles with my daughter. I try not to share it because I'd rather us get through it. Well, my doctor was thinking maybe I can hold off surgery at least 1 more year. That ain't the case, child. I got to have surgery within the next 3 months. Ain't nobody got to be telling me. That's a disparity. Are we paying people equally or not? Like, what are we? But they come along, baby. Alrighty, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all, please excuse my hair. I'm gonna get it right. In a minute, I'm gonna do some recording today, but happy Monday. Oh my God, it's been busy times. I meant to give y'all a vlog last week. It didn't work out. So it's Monday. I normally start my day at 9 a.m., which I'm still gonna do. I'm gonna check some emails and stuff, but luckily my first meeting isn't until 10:30. And if y'all don't watch my vlogs before, which I do a lot of them on Mondays, then y'all know Monday is recruiting meeting Monday. So that's my first meeting of the day. I am in shock that I'm not stacked with meetings, especially since I took Thursday and Friday off. But for now, I made a quick little breakfast. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. Like, for real. Y'all looking for some easy pancakes? Go to Trader Joe's. I'm in this group on Facebook called, like, Black Girls Love Trader Joe's or something like that. And they always talking about these pancakes. I don't live near Trader Joe's. So I finally went to Trader Joe's, like, last week or week before. These pancakes, you think I sit there and batter these suckers up, child. Especially if you put them in the toaster. Right, put them in the toaster. They're amazing. The eggs, I make the eggs. The green stuff is normally I put like cilantro in it, sometimes basil or parsley. So I put that in, just give it a little flavor, and I also make some cheese in it. So that's usually my breakfast. I do like 2 eggs, particularly if I didn't like run or exercise that morning. If I ran or I exercised that morning, then I normally just go with like my post workout because I make that with milk. I actually feel relaxed, but for right now, it's like totally 9 o'clock. So I've already been getting some slacks. Let me kind of catch up on those. And then I got to catch y'all up on a lot of stuff. So please stay tuned. Don't give up, mommy. I got all kinds of stuff to catch y'all up on. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. And just to give y'all a quick highlight, I lost my certification. We'll talk about that. Yes, my SHRM SCP certification. My passport was up for renewal. It was going to expire. I have done just last week before last, I had just finished my 5th layoff for this year, conducting my 5th layoff. I try to keep them things off these vlogs, but y'all, they're getting heavy now. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell y'all about all that. Y'all ain't want to miss this. There's too much going on, child. This is the real HR. I've been giving y'all simple stuff. No, we going in deep today, child. right, y'all. I am almost done setting up because that's what I was going to do so that I can try to do some batch recording tonight. So I'm like almost done with that. And once I finish setting up, what I do is I usually will record like 5 to 9 videos. If y'all follow me on IG, then y'all let see me talk about this 1,000 times. Where I go through and I'm like, all right, video number 2, video number 1, video number 2, video number 3, on and on till I'm all done. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna do tonight. I usually will plan out these videos and then bam, get them ready to go. But before I do that, I'm gonna chat with y'all a little bit because of course I made enough videos, surprisingly, that's gonna lasted me until the conference. But now I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh crap, I don't have any more videos. So I do want to talk to y'all. Because I want to finish this vlog, right? So some of the things I wanted to fill y'all in on is, and I wrote down a little list because that's how much stuff been going on. But I lost my SHRM SCP certification. Woo! Yes, I literally was so busy that it just slipped my mind. They gave me an extension period, which I guess they give everybody. I've never had to do extension period. I always recertify on time. Mind you, I have all my credits since like 2020, late 2022 or 2023. So there's no reason. I remember I did a vlog and I was telling you I was going to recertify in that vlog. And then I was like, let me look for more certifications. I wish I had just did it then. Anyhow, I needed like a whole life or death situation to submit to them. But luckily, I was so surprised that the lady came back and was like, hey, you can submit this form, see if you get approved. I got approved to get recertified without taking an exam. But I had to pay an additional $250 on top of the $185 just to recertify without taking an exam. And that's a one-time excuse. They say I can't use it ever again in life or whatever. So my certification, I'm still certified. Let's put it that way. I was not certified for one day, maybe a day and a half. But now I'm recertified. And I'm just so happy that it's over. But of course, that put me into an absolute panic attack because I was like, I cannot take that exam again. I just can't. I can't take the exam again. I ain't gonna say I don't lie. I don't see me taking the exam again. You know, to some people they take tests really easy, but it almost gives me PTSD because I remember I shared a quick little like sit down story time video with y'all where I told y'all all the hell I went through each time I was taking the exam. I definitely the first time I took the exam. The second time wasn't so bad. I had my ex-boyfriend was very, very supportive, so it wasn't so bad. But the first time was hideous. Now the second time was bad because I had to take all this time I couldn't really spend with my daughter. But beyond that, I was good. I just never want to take that exam again. So the next thing was that my passport needed to be renewed. I thought it needed to be renewed October 5th. And originally my plan was, okay, ICON Conference in Gala, 1 week. Go to LA and visit my cousin in LA, California, the next week. And then it was like, bam, my passport's renewed. It's time for my passport to get renewed. Well, I'm not planning, but my friend's planning his birthday trip where me, my cousin, all of us, we got like a group of friends to go out of the country for his birthday next year because we decided, okay, everybody for a milestone birthday can choose wherever they want to go and they should choose somewhere out of the country. You want to go international for your milestone birthday. So of course my milestone birthday for my 40th was going to Cabo. I popped the video in here, put the link in the description box, but that was mine. And then we are planning to go to South Africa. So I'm excited about that. And I was like, I need my passport. So did do that. That cost me another $150. But we got that done and I had the date wrong. It wasn't due until October 28th. But regardless, I was like, thank you, Jesus. It's done. I just need to get these things off. If they're not checked off my list, y'all, I would like to say I go into a panic attack casually, but no, I've had panic attacks in my life. So I've had 2 of them. One of them the week that I was going to launch my website. Y'all had no idea why I was going through that Monday, Tuesday, whatever. So I have to like try to control my stress. Next thing was that I'm getting my roof replaced. My roof, my house has been here for like 14, 15 years. I just bought it like 7 years ago, but the house is older. It's time to get the roof replaced. I shared that in another vlog with y'all and told y'all that that's a lot going on too, that my roof just need to be done. I hate to get into a point where I can't pay the deductible and then here comes like a leak or something like that. So I'm like, let me do this now while I can afford it, or I might be like in a jam, right? And here my roof is leaking. So I didn't want to get there. The next thing that I want to share with y'all is that dating life sucks. So I am so grateful for how life is going that, You know, all of my friends, they either have a partner, they're married, they're dating somebody serious long term. And I'm an empty nester. My daughter's not here. So like, I would like to have somebody I can share my life with. I absolutely would love it. I want somebody that is ready for all of the stuff that come in my life. But I really notice it most when, I can't even say when events come up, because honestly, like my girlfriends, they be my plus ones. But I notice that more when I travel. So when I travel, sometimes I want somebody that can go with me. Like when I went to Hawaii, I stayed a couple extra days after my girlfriend and my cousin left. And I was like, dang, it would have been nice to have my boo thing here. So it's like times like that, or when I travel for work, stuff like that. But I also want somebody where sometimes y'all don't see the negatives. Like, you know, people say you only show the positives on social media. And I guess that's what it is. Because sometimes I'm really in bad days and I'm like, it would have been so nice for somebody to just like grab me or even realize what I'm going through. My girlfriends are really good about it, and my cousin. But at the end of the day, sometimes they get a lot to juggle: my house, family, work, business, all at one time. And so I'd like to have a partner that can help with those things. And I also would like somebody that is prepared so that we can just enjoy the rest of life together, right? Like, why not? But dating life sucks. I've had horrible date after horrible date. Horrible date after horrible date. When I tell you horrible date after horrible date, did I say horrible date after horrible date? Anyhow, the dating pool is contaminated. Somebody peed in it. It's a mess. I highly don't recommend. Luckily, I am comfortable being by myself, though. So that makes life easier. I just feel like during all this time when I have so many things going on, dating has been more of a headache than a help, you know? And like, guys don't understand that like you truly can't get busy when you don't have time for them or don't have the time they want you to have. And secondly, my full-time job works at home. People immediately think I'm doing nothing but sitting around all day. And that's just not the fact. Second thing is, with me with Heyyy HR, it's hard to explain that I work after I work, right? So a lot of times I'll be like, well, I don't really have time because I still got to work. And they'll think I'm still working a full-time job. And they're like, wow, you working all day? Well, truly I am when I'm doing resume reviews, which I have 2 or 3 of them to do tonight when I'm done recording, when I'm doing career mentoring, when I'm still managing my website, sending emails, writing blogs, all of those things. Yeah, sometimes I am literally working until 11, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel comfortable sharing that I have a YouTube channel initially. I don't know why. I just feel like that's too much of my life to be given away to somebody I don't really know. I know I giving my life away to y'all, but y'all ain't like y'all dating me. Ain't like y'all local. So, or most of y'all aren't. So I think that's been like the craziest thing for me too. So like the next problem that I'm having is that I've been having struggles with my daughter. I try not to share it because I'd rather us get through it. But I think it's more obvious when times like the gala come up and like my daughter's not there. So we've been having some difficult times. We've been trying to manage them for years. And it's like, as she gets older, it just gets worse. And that's difficult for me because I'm watching her go through struggles where I'm like, dang, she going through this and she ain't gotta, you know, so that's been a lot to manage too. Another thing is that we've been having crazy layoffs at work. This last layoff that I did is my 5th layoff that I've done in just this year. That's not including all the ones I've done last year. 5th layoff this year. Our teams are super lean. Our teams are losing steam. I'm having a hard time to keep employees engaged. I have brand new managers who are not used to this. And now I recently, earlier this year, has been tasked with managing HR for our UK team. And I don't know UK HR to that degree. I know an overview of it, but to say every day of like processing leave and pay problems and benefit problems and layoffs, I don't know it to that degree. So I'm just like anybody else, like I feel uncomfortable. The time when I'm like, okay, I can manage this with performance reviews and all this stuff. Here we go doing layoffs, and the redundancy plan or redundancy process that the UK follows is like super brand new to me. Let's not forget that we're doing these layoffs because our company is having financial burden. It's difficult when somebody's been performing really well or they're going through life like vacations or they're out on FMLA or they're out on maternity leave or whatever. And I come to them and say, hey, today's your last day. So it's just difficult. That thing has stressed me the hell out, particularly because I've been back and forth with the UK attorney. I've been having meetings with the UK team. The redundancy plan is a whole process. It's not like in the US where I can just come up one day and be like, all right, today your last day. It's a whole process that can extend for 2, 3, 4 weeks minimum. I've been having to get up for meetings at 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I've been having things going on with my California team. So I've been working until 7 at night. And then I've been still working on HR. So that's been a lot. Let's not mention the fact that 2 weeks before the gala, my VP said to me that our HR department is at risk. So there's a potential that I can be laid off at any time. So that makes me totally uncomfortable. Unfortunately, my business does not bring in enough money to handle HR expenses and my expenses. On top of that, I had planned to have 3 months where I really didn't generate the revenue like I consistently normally do because I've been working on my blog. So my plan was get my blog where it should be, and that will be the bulk of my income without me having to sell something, create something, do career mentoring, do a ton of resume reviews, a lot of services, because obviously I work a full-time job. It's been difficult because I planned these 3 months of, okay, these are going to be low revenue months or no revenue months. And then here I found out that I might be without a job. So all of this is going on simultaneously as I was getting prepared for this conference and gala. Y'all know I had already shared a video where I told y'all that like I went to get my fibroids measured, right? So I really was like, I ain't sharing about my fibroids no more because I begged y'all in that video to not give me remedies, do not give me suggestions, do not give me feedback of what I should do, because everybody's body is different. Like, I appreciate y'all caring. I absolutely do, because I have people who in my life see me every day and don't give a damn, don't give a suggestion, right? And they know me. But I've been trying a lot of different remedies, medications, all kinds of stuff. And I'm not the person who's going to sit here and be like, oh, girl, I test everything. I'm not making my body like a testing dummy. We may as well just have surgery and get them out. That's it. And I say that because I know y'all really care. And I know y'all feel like y'all know me, which I appreciate. But honestly, I don't know you. Like, I don't see you. I don't even know your name. On YouTube, you got a fake name. Like, I don't even know y'all. So many of y'all watch the video, don't even comment. But when you do comment, it's like, okay, who's this person? So I'm just a person where I got to know the suggestion coming from a legit place. You can't just be like, I've been through that before. I hear you, sis. I'm going through it now. But anyhow, with that, I have been holding off surgery for over a year now. Now I was thinking, okay, I can hold off surgery. Well, my doctor was thinking, maybe I can hold off surgery at least 1 more year. That ain't the case, child. I gotta have surgery within the next 3 months. And honestly, my symptoms have gotten worse, which has made things a lot harder too, right? I'm having pain. I'm having all the things that come with fibroid, a lot of the things that comes with fibroids. Sometimes I'm just tired. Like, I can go on and on. It's like, okay, I do need the surgery, but there's a 2 to 4 week recovery period where I need help. Who lives in here with me? But my dog Riley. But we're going to figure that out. I think, between family and my girlfriends, we'll figure it out. But that's been a lot of stress because I didn't realize I needed it so bad. And I went in there for that appointment on the same day that I was notifying the UK team that they have a potential of being laid off, which is part of the redundancy plan. And then I had to have first level meetings, and I hope I overstepping boundaries. But one of my managers that I typically work with this was out. We knew he was going to be out. The manager that reports directly to these employees, I'm not accustomed to that personality under pressure. And that literally took me into a spiral. So I went to the doctor. My blood pressure was too high. They were about to admit me into the hospital because they checked my blood pressure several times and it kept going higher. So it was close to the point where they were like, okay, we typically automatically admit you into the ER. But the doctor was like, 1, your heart rate is low and has continued to stay low. And the second thing, she's like, I know you're under a lot of stress and I just gave you a lot of bad news. So that's why. I was sitting on the hospital bed. Of course, as a female, we have to take our bottoms off, put a little sheet on until the doctor comes in. I'm sitting on a Zoom meeting because I want to hear announcements on if I have a job or not, right? So that's part of the stress. Another part of stress is just sometimes when you're going through something, sometimes even coworkers, you just got to keep your mouth closed, because that made it difficult for me too. I was calling a coworker for help, and I'm just like, no, child, I'm under too much pressure for you to be giving me all this pushback. Like, either you will help me or you're not. But please don't be telling me suggestions when I'm sitting in the lobby of the doctor's office. Like, that just sounds crazy to me, especially suggestions that I can't control, can't do, won't do. So the second thing is, or the last thing I kind of already mentioned, was that I was growing traffic to my blog. And with that, very little or no income for the business. Second thing is I hired 2 contractors. So I hired a video editor and I also hired a website developer. So while I have decreased revenue coming in, I increased expenses going out, right? So that's been difficult. I already been stressed because I really already planned to go ahead and launch my courses by now, which would be passive revenue, and I don't have to work so hard trying to balance it all. And I was kind of beating myself up for that until I got to the gala, and I was just like, girl, you've done a lot of goals.
living. I am just an icon living.
As cliche as it sounds, I truly thank God. Without him, I'd be nothing. I wouldn't see this vision. I think so many people think that HR is the police, but it truly has transformed. So I definitely appreciated that presentation and being front row to seeing it, because it has transformed. I thank my family for their support and their attendance here tonight. I thank my girls for being my unpaid hairstylist, my clothing stylist, my creative team and my eyelash tech. But most of all, I thank them for being my non-stop hype girls and my first mentees and first clients before I even started charging a dime. I'm forever grateful to the Heyyy HR community, but most importantly, thank you to the visionary of this amazing event, who I'm sure is doing an outfit change. Oh, okay, no, or maybe she's sitting at the table. Hey, thank you, on a serious note, thank you so much, Sonja, for making this space fast. I have known Sonja for quite some time, and I feel like throughout my career, not only have I seen us being or experiencing disparities, but obviously we don't get recognized enough. So I thank you so much for creating this space, guys. Particularly human resources professionals. It's a rough world for a chocolate girl in the HR space. If y'all don't mind, I have one quick note, and I promise I'm gonna sit down. You heard of the amazing accolades that Sonja and her team has shared to introduce me today. I'm grateful for those accomplishments. I just wanted to share with you that you're looking at a woman who started with humble beginnings in a small town called Cabo, South Carolina, where we only had one caution night, no grocery stores, and everyone knows everyone. So obviously y'all know where my family is, because they're so excited. My father passed from cancer when I was 9. My mother immediately renamed herself to Dale and the Girls as she treaded through difficult waters to raise us. I don't know if my mom realized how powerful the tongue is, but since I can remember, she's always said, Mika, you can do and be whatever you want to be. Y'all, I took that more seriously than me or her thought. I started on my journey to becoming, I thought, an OBGYN or a doctor. I changed that later as I was surviving through, or at the time being a victim of domestic violence. I changed to being a nurse, or wanting to be a nurse. As I was going through that transition, I was also a single mom. I started a job as a CNA, working 2 jobs, being in nursing school, only to discover that I hated nursing. Yet I had a child to raise. So in the midst of my tears, my sister, who is also here tonight, Candace Green, said to me, you should go to grad school. I told her, grad school is for smart people. She said, you are smart. Again, there's power in the tongue. All right. During grad school, I discovered my passion for human resources. I started as a part-time HR assistant, and over time grew to HR director and lead an HR consultant. Now I happily sit as a global human resources business partner
and the tech industry where I humbly make the highest salary that my family has earned. During my career, I love the work of human resources, but I hated seeing my people be overqualified and severely underpaid. I knew I needed to teach folks the secrets that I had learned. I thought if only I could find people who are starting to grow their careers, or even just starting their careers, and just tell them. Not long later, here comes Heyyy HR on YouTube. I thought if only I can get 100 or 200 subs, then I've done a job. 3 years later, Heyyy HR has over 19,000 subscribers in over 50 countries. Y'all remember I said so many parts of statistics that said I should have failed at life altogether. You got a chocolate girl, a single mom. I come from a rural city. I later became a single mom. I became a domestic violence victim. Statistics said I should have failed. God and the power of the tongue said differently. For folks who relate or need a push, I want you to know that you can not only accomplish what I've accomplished, you can accomplish so much more. Thank you so much.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it.
Y'all, the gala messed me up. Like, I was just like, man, people are truly clapping for me. With the acceptance speech, it really just made me realize I had done a lot of work and I wasn't giving myself grace. My family said the same thing. My girlfriend said the same thing. The folks that put on the conference said the same thing. And from the standing ovation after that speech, it told me, like, hold up, I'm doing a lot. I didn't even see the standing ovation until my girlfriends and my sister was like, do you know you had the room standing? What? I did? So that was just a lot, like, that I appreciated about the gala. So now I'm gonna tell y'all a few things about the gala that I definitely want y'all to know, because I ran into some people at the conference and the gala, and y'all gonna learn about it. Like, ooh, this was phenomenal. This was phenomenal.
Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice. We time, you, I know.
Hook yourself with the area because you kind of know what's going on around here. Guess what? Now you're able to kind of help yourself a little faster. Do that with your career too. Get professional development. Get that confidence. Before you go into that interview, test yourself in front of the mirror. Have somebody ask you some questions. Get on the line. If you're doing an online interview, test that online system with your friends first and go through a real interview. Make sure your Wi-Fi connection working. What does my background look like? You want to set yourself up for success. If they can be focused on you, you're focused on them because you already got the skills, you got this experience, you got this knowledge, and you're ready to be their number one competitor. Because you don't know who you're competing against. So show up as your best self.
We need to say less to me. No need for no flowers, babe. I'm already on my way, on my way. From the very start, we are one. Deep down in our hearts, we are one. Are you blushing? Give your sweet concussion. Oh, you miss my touching. Good do. Show me something. Give me more than one thing.
I ran into my girlfriend Edlina, which me and Edlina used to work together at a previous company. And I say Edlina because everybody else I'm gonna tell y'all I ran into were like new people to me. But I say Edlina first because Edlina really made me think about what I could do to help others not fall into the pitfalls like I fell into, right, with their career. Because she was the first person where I had seen a person that's a minority, particularly a Black female, who was overqualified and was paid severely under budget of what we had budgeted for that role. And when I asked about it, because of course I can't tell a candidate like, yo, I need you to negotiate, right? So when I asked about it, They were very clear that that's what they meant to give her. So I was like, okay, cool. Maybe we cutting the budget, and I don't know. Maybe we putting this money somewhere else. Well, no, we brought in another girl who was not of color, and she had very low qualifications, if any, in my opinion. It definitely didn't meet to Edlina's, and she was paid the exact same rate of Edlina, even though Edlina had been there for a year and gotten a pay increase. Ain't nobody got to be telling me that's a disparity. Are we paying people equally or not? Like, what are we doing? Shouldn't we be paying at the bottom? She doesn't even have the requirements, and Edlina has the requirements we need, specifically industry experience, knowledge, everything. So that made me feel like, okay, I need to do something, because obviously I can't say this at work, but I need to do something where my people can be educated as they go into interviews or accept job offers or whatever. So she was a big inspiration behind Heyyy HR, a huge inspiration behind Heyyy HR. See, we had fun because she was also a nominee, and I think she was a nominee for small business owners. I was a nominee for HR Trailblazer of the Year. I feel like she was a nominee for small business owners because she also owns an event planning business. I was so happy to see her, so happy to celebrate with her. I also ran into Riley. If y'all ever been on any of my lives where I do like a Q&A or we bring on a guest, like y'all seeing Riley. And I appreciate Riley because he found my channel when I had like under 1,000 subscribers. Here we are, over 19,000 now. And he's an HR director. And I noticed from his comments, like, I was like, he really knows what he's talking about. And so, of course, I asked, like, what do you do? And he was an HR director, and looked around on his LinkedIn when he connected and things like that. And he has been phenomenal with talking in the chat and helping other people. Most people in the chat be like, thank you. I appreciate it, Riley. Riley, can we connect on LinkedIn? Da, da, da. And it was so nice to see him there. He came from Tennessee for this conference, and I was just so excited. Now I'm gonna be real with y'all. Me and Sonja did a live telling y'all about this conference, and we told y'all we were gonna do a giveaway. Riley was our giveaway. He actually submitted and he won. So I was so happy he came because we were paying for the ticket, or Sonja was paying for the ticket. We weren't paying for hotel or travel. So I'm so happy he made that sacrifice. It was so great meeting him. Of course, he came in my presentation. I'd have felt some way if he didn't, but he came in my presentation. That was super nice. The next thing was I met some folks that I've known of their business, because they're a Black-owned business in a pretty ritzy part of town, and they've been there for years. And now that town has like gentrified and changed a lot of small Black-owned businesses, which theirs have grown to be a bigger one, have really kind of been moved out of that area, but they're still standing there strong. So shout out to Askew's Automotive Body Shop, because I had no idea that Askew's was my family. And man, they did some cheering. So if y'all heard in the whole speech part of the video, who started with humble beginnings in a small town called Plentiful, South Carolina. We only had one caution tonight. I appreciated them. That was so nice. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the HR plug, Lashawn. She does exactly what I do. I don't think Lashawn has a YouTube channel. I'm not sure. She had a conference last year, and Sonja went, so she came back to Sonja's conference this year. So nice to meet another HR influencer or content creator, because I truly feel like I'm in the space by myself a lot of times, especially a minority HR content creator, whatever you want to call us. And me and her had such a good time too. It was so nice meeting her. So she's going to have her conference in Atlanta in April. I will be there. So y'all gonna see me sending out some emails. If you're on my email list, I'm gonna remind you about it. I ain't got no other way to remind you, right? I am going to end this video by showing y'all some of my raw emotions on Saturday morning as I was going through trying to like apply the comments and like check DMs, because I was running it through my stories on IG. I was posting it there, so a lot of my family and friends were commenting, and I just got in my emotions because people, you know, you get so much of the negative comments sometimes. And I had some older family members that I was just like, why say anything? Like, I had posted that, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm super tired. And I had an older family member who's been saying shady shit for a while. And she said on a comment, like something nice, like, congratulations, good job. Now stop mixing up or stop doing so much or something. And I was just like, that sounds cute out your head, maybe, but you really been shady a lot lately. And so this feels negative. And I was kind of aggravated, almost stopped checking comments until I saw the comments that really moved me. And I was just like, Nikki, you got to ignore them people just like you ignore bad comments on your YouTube channel. But honestly, family or not, folks about to be getting unfriended. A lot of people get unfriended, but she wasn't who begging for it. Because I'm like, sis, I don't know what you got going on, but it's just not what I want in my space. I respect you, respect me. Respect me. Especially when I'm 41 years old with a 21-year-old. Like, I literally could be a grandmama any day. I pray I'm not. I want my daughter to be married and everything. It's like, come on. I thank y'all so much for watching this video. I want y'all to see some of my raw emotions. And then guess what? Y'all know I already need y'all to do me a huge favor. And tell me if y'all like these vlogs. This is a super long one. I love to hear all your feedback and all your comments, except about my fibroids. Leave that alone. I can't say enough how much I appreciate the Heyyy HR community. But y'all have been amazing, subscribing, sharing, liking, commenting. I know I do not have a sexy niche. Sometimes I want to expand it. Sometimes I don't, because I want to be genuine to my core community. It's inspiring to see that you guys are continuing to subscribe, continue to watch these videos, continue to like them and share them and ask questions and things like that. So I appreciate Heyyy HR. Many days y'all keep me motivated more than you can ever imagine or more than I'll ever say. I'm sorry I'm ending this thing on a heavy note, but watch this clip, subscribe, like, and guess what? I'm coming back with another video. Don't click off yet. Watch the end. So it's Saturday morning after I accepted the award, right? I accepted the award on Thursday, and I'm sitting here looking through Facebook and responding to all these comments, and people commenting who really was so active in my life at pivotal times. My cousin, his mama is passed now, but she used to be so pivotal in my life. And he was like, cuz you come from nothing and you build your way to the top. Anybody else that said that, I might have been offended. But my cousin knew my story. He been there. My girlfriend, she was like, I am so proud of you. She was the girlfriend that helped me when my life was on the line while I was fighting against domestic violence. Like, my abuser, while I was fighting against my abuser, in the night she helped me get away. There was nights where she was just helping me, like, slowly pack my stuff so I could get out in that 30 days. My life was jeopardized all those times. In 30 days. Been with that man 2 years, and in 30 days, he tried to kill me 3 times. And it was the 30 days I was leaving. I'm so happy for this award, but Lord, this thing here is so much bigger because I just didn't think this deep about it. But I come a long way, and I thank the Lord so much. I thank the Lord so much for the blessing. I just thank Him.